several suspects linked to the recent Brussels attacks on the metro and airport that left 32 dead. Abrini, a Belgian of Moroccan origin, was seen at a petrol station north of Paris 2 days before the attacks with key suspect Salah Abdeslam. For more, let's cross to Maeve McMahon. Maeve, what more do we know at this point?
Well, the federal prosecutor here in Belgium has confirmed that several arrests were made today, Friday, in connection with the Brussels bombings, both in Zaventem Airport and in Maalbeek metro station. They're yet to reveal the identities of those that were arrested this afternoon. A press conference will be held, though, in the next few minutes or hours when they're ready to share that information. But in the meantime, police, both French and Belgian, have been confirming to reporters here from various news agencies and various Belgian television stations that indeed one of the men that could have been arrested today is Mohamed Abrini. Now, he's a close childhood friend of Salah Abdeslam, who ironically enough was captured 2 weeks ago at around the same time in his home area of Molenbeek. And we're hearing tonight from VRT, the Flemish television station, that Mohamed Abrini could have been caught in Anderlecht, which is a neighbourhood just next door to Molenbeek. Now, just to remind our viewers, Mohamed Abrini is a 30-year-old Belgian Moroccan. As I said, he's a close friend of Salah Abdeslam, and he was seen with Salah Abdeslam just 2 days before the Paris attacks in Ressons in a gas station. He's this number of pictures floating online of him taken by CCTV footage with Salah Abdeslam. It was understood that he was the driver of a Renault Clio that was then used 2 nights later in Paris on the 13th of November. He has a criminal record here in Belgium. He's been in prison before for armed robberies and a number of other things, and he's been Belgian police have been looking out for him for a number of months and had an arrest warrant issued there just after the November attacks. And you remember just yesterday here in Brussels, the Belgian prosecutor released a 2-minute video tracing the very steps of that man in the hat, that third perpetrator, or the one who was with Ibrahim el-Bakraoui and Najim Lashraoui that morning of the 22nd of March, who took a taxi with the two of them with a suitcase but managed to flee from the airport. Police have asked the general public to help identifying that man. I understand today dozens of phone calls and emails were sent in to the Belgian police giving him tip-offs about that man with the hat and the beige jacket. Now, regarding those other arrests today, Belgian media are reporting that one of them could be a man that goes by the name of Osama K. He could be the person that was seen at Pétion metro station speaking to Khalid el-Bakraoui. That's the man who blew himself up at Maalbeek metro station at just before 9 o'clock on the 22nd of March. All of these details, of course, to be confirmed in the next half an hour or hours here in Belgium by the prosecutor when they speak to the press.
Yeah, when it comes to those Brussels attacks, as you mentioned, Maeve, we're looking for at least 2 people who were caught on CCTV.
Absolutely. At CCTV with Khalid el-Bakraoui, one man was seen at Pétion metro station. That's on that same line of the Maalbeek metro station where Khalid el-Bakraoui blew himself up at just before 9 a.m. on that 22nd of March. The Belgian media is reporting that that man could have been arrested today. Now, we don't know about the man in the hat. There's been a lot of speculation in Belgian media tonight that Mohamed Abrini is, in fact, the man in the hat. But if you look closely at the photograph, he doesn't really look like the man in the hat. So it remains to be seen if they have the man in the hat. Just yesterday, it was clear that they didn't know his identity. They had no idea. And that's why they called on the general public here in Belgium and beyond, especially those who were at Zaventem Airport that morning and could have taken a photograph or a video of that man with their telephones or with, of course, any other way with their cameras that they had with them that day, because he was seen walk the whole way from Zaventem Airport to an area about 1 kilometre from here by Place de Noyer. That was where he was last seen at 10 to 10 on that morning of the 22nd of March. He left his jacket at Zaventem town and he was seen then in a white shirt, and they were still looking for him yesterday. So it's been a busy day here in Brussels with a lot of police sirens and a few arrests. I saw even myself earlier 2 men handcuffed in a car that the police was taking near Artlois metro station. So it remains to be seen what the federal prosecutor has to say when he speaks to press later tonight, just 2 weeks after Salah Abdeslam was captured. Salah Abdeslam, of course, as we speak, is in a high security prison in Bruges awaiting extradition to France.
And just to recap very briefly, Maeve, as you were saying, several arrests is what it says in the communique. We're waiting for more information.
We are indeed a number of arrests, and now you can probably hear as well sirens behind me. It's been a bit like that all day here this Friday in Belgium, because we know that the police have been looking for a number of people linked not only to the Paris attacks but also to the Brussels attacks, and also to that arrest in Paris of Rede Cricket. They were also have taken into custody 2 men linked to the Rede Cricket dossier in France, a man, of course, who was planning a massive attack over in Paris. So the police have been working on a number of dossiers in the last few weeks and months, in close cooperation, of course, with their French colleagues. They're hoping to really interrogate Salah Abdeslam with regards to an arrest they made, or an investigation, of course, in the Fahre district back on the 16th of March. But it seems tonight, if Mohamed Abrini has been caught, a close friend of Salah Abdeslam, it will connect just another little dot in this latest investigation.